Are you making this one mistake as a parent? The mistake that feels small, that even sounds kind, but can shape your child's personality for life. I'm talking about the moment you say, "You're the big brother, be nice, give it to your sister." It comes out fast. It feels like peacekeeping. It feels like good parenting. But here's the hard truth. Forcing the older child to always give in does not teach kindness. It teaches the wrong lessons to both children. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we'll break down why this habit hurts the older child, why it sets the younger one up for disappointment, and what to do instead. If you've said that line before, don't panic. You're not a bad parent. You're a normal parent, doing what you were taught. Today, you're simply going to learn a better way. Picture this. It's Saturday morning. The living room is a battlefield of blocks and dolls. Your 6-year-old is locked in, rolling a red fire truck across a pretend city. He is proud, he is calm, he is in his world. Then, the 3-year-old arrives like a tiny hurricane. Mine! Little hands grab the truck. The siren goes off in real life. Crying, yelling, tugging, you enter, coffee in hand, with your last nerve. You want quiet, you want order, and you hear yourself say it, "You're the big brother, be nice, let her play." The crying stops. The room gets quiet. You take a breath. It worked. Except it didn't. What you solved was the noise, not the problem. You didn't teach sharing. You didn't teach turn-taking. You taught a shortcut. The bigger one must surrender. And both kids heard that message loud and clear. Let's start with the older child. When we regularly make the older one give in, two paths appear. Neither is good. First path, resentment. Quiet at first, then louder. It begins as a thought. They love my little sister more. They always take from me and give to her. That small seed of resentment, it grows into jealousy, into anger, sometimes into a broken sibling bond. Second path, disappearance. Some older children don't fight. They shrink. They step aside before anyone even asks. They make themselves small, just to keep the peace. On the outside, they look generous. Adults praise them as mature. But inside, they carry a dangerous belief. My needs don't matter. My voice is too loud. I should not take up space. Fast forward. At school, they hesitate to raise a hand. With friends, they apologize for existing. At work someday, they accept too much and ask for too little. In relationships, they confuse self-erasure with love. All of that can trace back to a living room lesson repeated 100 times. You are older, so you must give. Here's the part most people miss. Kindness and boundaries are not enemies. They are teammates. If you strip a child of the right to have a turn, to finish what they started, to say, "I'm not done yet," you are not raising a kind person. You are raising a people pleaser or a powder keg. Neither is what you want for your child. Now let's talk about the younger child, the one who wins. For a while, they feel powerful. The pattern is simple: cry, get, scream, receive, push, win. But life outside the living room does not work that way. Teachers don't hand out turns for tears. Friends don't keep friendships with someone who always takes. Coaches don't reward whining. When the message at home is, the little one gets the prize, the younger child learns entitlement without effort. They are protected from frustration, so they never build frustration tolerance. The first no at school, it feels like a wall. The first conflict with a friend, it feels like rejection, instead of a puzzle to solve. We think we are saving the youngest from pain, but in truth, we are saving them from growth. Disappointment is not a danger to kids. It is a teacher. And if you edit every lesson, the test later will be brutal. The goal is not to harden the younger child. The goal is to strengthen them. Strength comes from trying, from waiting, from negotiating, and sometimes from losing with grace. That is what turn-taking actually teaches. Many parents defend the old script. It's fair. The older one is bigger, stronger. They can handle it. But that's not fairness. That's favoritism, disguised as kindness. Real fairness looks like this. If the older child snatches a toy, they apologize. If the younger child throws a tantrum to get a toy, they apologize. Both are accountable. Both are respected. Fairness is not a feeling. It is a structure. It is consistent. It is predictable. And it is not decided by who is louder or smaller. When children grow up inside a fair structure, they carry that blueprint into the world, into school, into friendships, into their careers. They learn life isn't about being older or younger. It's about choices. It's about consequences. It's about being responsible and fair. So, what should you do the next time little hands grab the same toy? Here's a simple, repeatable plan that actually works. Step 1. First come, first served. Whoever had it first keeps it until they are finished. The other child waits. You can say, when you're done, your sister gets a turn. Short, calm, consistent. Step 2. Use a timer. Not forever, just enough to create trust. 2 minutes for toddlers, 5 minutes for preschoolers. When the bell rings, the turn changes. Timers remove guesswork. Timers reduce power struggles. Step 3. Teach sharing by choice, not force. Don't say, give it to your sister. Instead say, when you're finished, your brother can have a turn. That way, sharing feels voluntary, not punishment. Step 4. Coach problem solving. Ask them, how can we make this work for both of you? Offer prompts if they get stuck. What if one builds the garage while the other drives the truck? Let them discover solutions. Kids are surprisingly good negotiators when we don't solve it for them. Step 5. Narrate fairness out loud. Say, you started first, so you keep it until you're done. Then it's your brother's turn. Or, crying won't get a turn faster, waiting will. The words become the family rules. The rules become the culture. Step 6. Model it as an adult. Apologize when you snap. Wait your turn in conversation. Don't cut lines. Kids copy what we do, more than what we say. If this feels slow at first, that's because you're building a new reflex. But after a week or two, you'll see fewer explosions, more agreements, and a lot more pride on both faces. 7 objections and rebuttals. You might be thinking, but my toddler won't understand waiting. They will. If waiting is short, if it's clear, if it's paired with attention, sit with them, show the timer, celebrate when they wait, a little longer than yesterday. Or you might say, the older one is stronger. Isn't it safer if they bend? Safety matters, and so do boundaries. Keep bodies safe, keep turns fair. We're not asking the older child to overpower anyone. We are asking both children to respect a system. Another worry, am I being cold if I don't rush to stop the crying? Number, you are being a coach. You are supporting feelings while teaching skills. You can say, I see you're upset. It's hard to wait. Your turn is coming. I'm right here. That is warmth and structure at the same time. Let me end with a story I hear more often than you'd think. A mom once told me, I always made my son give his toys to his sister. He was such a sweet kid, quiet, polite. But in college, he struggled. He couldn't say no. He let people take advantage of him. One day, he said to me, Mom, you taught me to be kind, but you also taught me that my needs don't matter. Her heart broke, not because she was a bad mom, but because she followed a script. That didn't work. She thought she was teaching generosity. She was accidentally teaching self-erasure. After that conversation, she changed the rules at home. She started saying, finish your turn, then pass it. She started coaching her daughter to wait, to breathe, to try again. Was it louder for a few weeks? Yes. Did it become calmer after? Absolutely. Months later, she said, he speaks up now. He keeps his turn without guilt. And she waits, without melting down. Our house feels fair. That is what this is about. Not perfect children, not silent rooms. A home where kindness and boundaries walk side by side, where both kids learn to speak up, to listen, to wait, to try again. The toy will break someday. The lesson will not. If this message resonated with you, share it with another parent, a parent who is exhausted by the daily toy wars. Teach fairness, not favoritism. Coach turn-taking, not surrender. Raise kids who are kind and strong, gentle and firm, ready for real life. And if you want more scripts like this, words you can say out loud in the moment, subscribe, save this video. So the next time your living room turns into a battlefield, you'll have the tools, you'll have the words, and you'll have the confidence to guide with fairness. Your future self will thank you.